All right, hello everybody, welcome back. We have a silver 1, gold 3 Hela VOD to review. They want to learn how to use Hela's kit in an efficient way. This game is starting a little bit late because they started on Gambit and they wanted us to skip that and only focus on Hela. So that's going to change the flow of the game. But let's go see what we can do. Speaking of Hela, have you seen the new Loki skin? I did. It looks cool. Looks cool. Also, it's just while we're here, I'm sorry for the VOD review, but like, no, maybe we'll talk about this later. All right. Hela has one of the least popular subreddits. Interesting. Guys, remind me after this VOD review, we'll go to like practice range and we'll talk about it. And we'll make a video about it. All right, we're way too close. Granted, I feel like we're running away from this, but this is way too close. So Hela has a unique characteristic of like she doesn't really have damage fall off. I think it's I feel like it might still be there, but it's like very far, right? So you can definitely be way back here. And you want to take advantage of that as Hela. Like, if you want to play like this, you should be playing Magic, Blade, Iron Fist, Daredevil, like, Reed. So already we're more of a positioning problem than how to use her kit. The second thing I'm noticing is with aim. So this is pretty low ranked, right? This is silver 1, gold 3. So if you're going to play an aim-intensive character, it is really important to work on your mechanics. Now, most people are not going to get better at aiming by a significant amount by just playing the game. So if you really want to play an aim-focused character, what I did, because I was horrible at aiming, is I went and I bought Kovacs, and I practiced aiming a lot. You don't have to spend money. You don't have to. But that does help. The other way you can do it if you don't want to spend money is you actually go into practice range. There's a lower level of the practice range. You throw up a Luna at medium range, all 3 of them, so they rotate. You don't put them on advanced combat because you get frozen. That'll be annoying, but you put them on fast and you put them on random movements. And then you do that for like 5 minutes a day, right? If you do that for 5 minutes a day, I promise you, you'll feel so much more comfortable with your aim. It's amazing just how little effort it takes to get huge gains if that effort is concentrated in the right area, right? Which is why people like play a ton of Marvel Rivals, but they never get better because the time that they put in is split in between like, I'm trying to stay alive, I'm trying to reposition, I'm trying to use my abilities versus 5 minutes a day of I'm only focused on aiming. Like it makes such a huge difference. I think she does like 70% max damage at max range. It's not harsh at all. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like a bug where she has no fall off. This is a friend of mine. She plays on both console and PC. Yeah, that's pretty tough. I would stick to one or the other. Personally, I'm a fan of PC, but well, I mean, to each their own. I'm sure they have a reason for it. The same player as the symbiote Jeff the other day. Oh, nice. I use the practice range a lot. It really does help. Yeah, it's a huge boon. A huge boon. Okay, where's Hela?
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Nice of y'all to show up here, but where the heck were you when me and Remy tied the knot?
All right. Now, I want to see you on high ground. Hela is very punishing on high ground. So if you're standing up here, we could already be doing damage.
Why would I need healing?
I probably have 100 hours in the practice range on just Spidey. Yeah.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
So, Churro, since you know this person, should I make like a quick little thing in this video about like how to use the practice range? Okay, I don't mind this ult. This is fine. Nice. Good stuff. Pressure out the Loki. Good. Nice. Good stuff. Not bad at all. Which is a requirement to do anything on the character. Right, yeah. That's a Spidey specific thing for sure. Okay, my dog's, she really needs to go outside. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. For the VOD watchers, just skip ahead. All right, poor Maple. Yeah, she was staring at me like she was gonna die. She knows about the practice range features, I think. I'm not sure how much she utilizes them. Oh, well, it's very good. I like that we were, oh darn. So we were in a really good spot here. We're pressuring the entire team. And the way I want you to think about high ground is you need them to force you off of it. And right now, you kind of just give it up because you took 1 hit, right? You still have a lot of health. I'd also definitely, I'd bind the I need healing button. If this happens a lot, right? Where it's like, oh, you just press the button. Don't spam it or anything, but it's really useful. Okay. So here's another scenario. We're walking forward. So we haven't really talked about your E yet, right? E is your stun. It's honestly like one of the best things that Hela has. And we don't just want to throw it away. We want to use it when people are up in our face and aggressive, which is a perfect scenario right here for the rogue, right? And the way you do it, you throw it kind of behind them. It pulls them and stuns them, and then you kill them off of it. And it's so annoying. So you want to use it mostly for divers and people in your face. You can also technically use it to cancel ults, but I mean, good luck with that. Like, it's so slow that... Nice. Okay. Back up, back up, back up. Yeah, we gotta stay out of it. So again, this is just knowing like what is this threatening to you, right? Like there's an invis ult and it's like, okay, like just back up and stay out of it, right? You could stay over here behind cover. We can retreat back up to here behind cover, and then you just wait for it to end. Like it's not really threatening. You don't need to dive in, right? And then since we walk in, we get pulled. Whereas this pull probably still hits us, but if we're back here, it pulls us to about here maybe? And we're still alive. Yo, what's up, Gio? We haven't seen you in a while. How's it going? Hope you had a very Merry Christmas. As a dive player, I hate the stun. Yeah, same. It's miserable. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, we just walked forward. Our rogue is dead. Just back out. Just back out. No, we're way in front of our team. Definitely a little brawly for Hela. Yeah, for sure. We're very up close. Yes, happy early New Year for everybody. Oh, that's right. Tomorrow's New Year's Eve. Alright, so a couple things here. How could we have prevented this, right? First of all, our team is not ready yet. We still have somebody in spawn, and we're all split up. Second of all, this is not really the area that Hela excels. I don't mind you going over here. I actually like that we're taking an off angle, but it's just a little early. And the second thing is we already use all of our abilities, right? So what do we use that on? Not a bad stun, okay? So we use it and then the Daredevil goes away. I don't mind that, right? But we have to recognize that now we don't have that option anymore, so we just have Bird. Which is fine, but we need to do it. We kind of spam it, right? So the next thing we can start talking about is we can start looking at mouse sensitivity and things and desk space, right? So it looks like your sensitivity is pretty low, which I actually like. I mean, my DPI is like 700 or 800, maybe even 600. It's very low sensitivity. So the way that you actually have to balance it, because you still need to be able to do 180s. So in this scenario where you got killed, right? You need to turn. You need to be able to turn from here all the way over to here, like very quickly. But you also want to use low sensitivity so you can aim better, right? And so it's a bit of a conundrum. So some gaming mice, they have a button that actually lowers the sensitivity or raises it while you hold it down. That's a decent option. The better option, if you have space, is to get a very long mouse pad, right? So my mouse pad is this big, right? And that way I can have really low sensitivity, and then when I need it, I can actually just whip my whole arm. I can move my whole arm around, right? Sorry to make anybody sick, but so that's how you kind of like balance that out. And like it's one of those things where we step outside of the game and we look around. Like and you're friends with Churro, so you know he actually just took he just got a different part of his desk, and where before he was like hitting his desk, right? He didn't have much space to move. Now that he has space to move, it'll be a lot better. Back up. Yeah, we're just way too close. Back up. So if we look at sight lines, right? If we use this, we can still shoot 2 people. If we're over here, we can still shoot 2 people. If we're up here, we can still shoot 2 people. Right? And these are all much safer for us. Right here, we can shoot 2 people. Right? Too close, too close. Is Bedrock just the console version? Nice. Okay, now we gotta use cover. Let's stick a little bit. No, back up. We're so close. There you go. Yes, much better. Now stay by cover. Good. Nice. High ground. Yeah, this is great. Oh, we drop it. Bedrock is available on nearly every platform, but meant for console. Interesting. I was always confused on what Bedrock actually was. Bird, 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 bird! Ah, now it's too late. So here's something that's a bit higher level, right? So if we go back to here, we have 80% and they have 1 push, right? Last fight they used Loki ult, but they didn't use Gambit ult. So the high level Hela here is probably gonna ult early. If anything, like I would bird to here and then ult as they're running across. So they have to, you force their support ult early. At any point, like it would have been a pretty decent ult. Okay, now, but this is the time where now it's more of a bad ult because we lost 2 people. We still have enough time to regroup and fight again. So I would have preferred if we saved this ult, actually. Java is only PC Mac, but it's a lot more polished. Doesn't Bedrock have like some things that Java doesn't have though? So you see, this is what I'm saying about like it would have been better to save the ult because you get the kills, but it doesn't matter. Okay, well they're bad. Do y'all already see Lady Loki? We did. Yeah, so we get the kills, but it doesn't matter because we can't follow up on it, and now we're staggered. So unfortunate. Do you know Hela specifically well enough to give advice on the time bombs? I usually sink them into overextended tanks. Yeah, I don't know super specifically. I just know when it works against me, and since I'm an overextending tank, that tends to do it. It's an 8-second cooldown, so it's not like you have to save it for a thing. I'm sure there's like a combo with it where you use stun, right click, and then it just melts somebody. But again, that's more for like tanks. I'm sure there's a lot of uses at it, but that would be a micro. I would go watch a video from somebody explaining all the details, right? All right, so what could we have done to prevent this death, right? And we're this far into the VOD, I'm sure we already know, like, we could be up on high ground. That would be nice. Oh, we're shooting. Maybe we take a little damage. Now we're out, right? Oh, look, they're attacking. We can help. Every VOD is secretly a jig. Okay, I don't mind this. Again, we're just too close. Like, the primary problem that we're having is we're way too close. I heard it's good on shield since they stay there and can burst them down, but don't take that as gospel. Yeah, so on bubbles, it has a weird effect that they all break instantly when the bubble pops. So I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you can right click like a Hulk bubble or a mag bubble, and then you can break the bubble with your primary fire before your right click pops. And then your primary fire breaks the bubble, then they all explode after the bubble ends. Yeah, we need to start getting some guess the ranks from people we haven't seen. For sure. But I love the goofy games. It's been fun. I'm excited for more. Alright. So this point is going to be a lot more difficult for you since you like to play up close. And this point doesn't really allow that. You need to be more creative on this point to find the spots. So I'm curious to see how we deal with it. I hope we don't just jump right down into the spot and start brawling. It's not. No, it's not 70%. Please don't. And we're off high ground. You gotta stay up top. Alright, so just, you know, we can stand here and still hit and shoot the enemies. We can stand back here and we'd actually be helping our team. We can stand over here. Up here is good. All these, but not down here. This is where tanks play. She also has a weird passive of making crow bombs out of dead enemies. Yeah, it's more of a bonus damage. I feel like Hela is more sniper than any other character's rivals. As long as she can see it, seems like she can engage with it. Yeah. What Hela wants to do is just like dump pressure from an area. I don't mind this. Uh-oh. We're dead. Yeah, that happens. So here's another benefit, right? I don't mind that we're finally thinking like, oh, I can take high ground. But the problem is since we gave up high ground earlier, in order to get it back, we choose to use a cooldown. Now, in case you don't know, this is actually like a jump pad. So if you like quick melee this or hit it, it like extends up, and then you can do that so you don't have to use the bird. But if we don't lose the high ground in the first place, then we don't have to use the bird. Then, when this rogue ults, we still have the bird and can potentially get out of it, right? And since we were at 98%, we use the bird, we get back up, and then we ult. It like really changes the fight.
I always return.
All right. I like that we're not diving in. Good. Good. We checked for our team. This is great. You love to see it. No. No. So I like that we're being aggressive with the ult. We just need to time it a little better, right? So if we wait here, let's just assume we didn't ult, right? Let's see what our team does. So now we have a rogue ult going off. Instead, if we waited until right about here, we reposition our ult to where we can actually throw it to cut off their escape. Now it's way more effective. Because look at what view we have, right? Let's see. So your view, we can't really see anybody. You can kind of see this area, but not really. Whereas if we ult here, now not only can we see them, but we're going to force them to a point where they're off the point. We're going to force them away from point. Here, where we are, they can actually take cover and still be on point. So we got to think about like sight lines and how to do stuff like that. And then again, timing, right? We want to get the maximum value for our ult. So we want to think about like what time do I do this in? Okay, nice. Way to use. Oh, unfortunate. I feel kind of similar to Moon Knight. Yep, exactly. Yeah, it's very good for that. Now, Hela has the added benefit of being a little more mobile with where the damage is over Moon Knight's. So Moon Knight's is kind of restricted to only that, whereas Hela can also do damage and add pressure and get heals. Also, what's up, Omen? I saw you. How's it going? After practicing with Neymar, I blocked a mag dunk from killing my ulting Luna. Yo, let's go. I can now ult Jeff when he emerges. Yes! Let's go. Have you started doing the cloak ult one as well? And then now we gotta team up with either Luna ult for the damage boost or Rocket ult for the damage boost and getting kills that way too. Good stuff. Mags never expect Neymar bubble block. Yeah, that's rare indeed. All right, so here's something we haven't really talked about yet. First of all, we're taking damage because we're way too close. And second of all, I feel like we're a bit too fond of health packs. Health packs are nice for the right situation, but if you do it too much, you're giving you're denying ult charge to your supports. So that's how supports get their ults, which is really, really important in this game. The second thing is, if we're standing near our supports this whole time, right? So up here, right, we fly away, right? Instead, if we're over here with our supports, now they can heal us, and in return, as a little exchange of goods, right? Now we take the healing and we do damage to the Daredevil, and we're fighting him off, right? And it works together. But instead we're off by ourselves and we're getting a health pack. Now if you want to play this play style, I would suggest Psylocke, Star-Lord, Captain America, you know, characters like that. It's good that she knew there was a health pack, sure? Yeah, for real. Yes, I got a cloak mid-ult, and Jake thought it was a battle until cloak died. Based. Good stuff. You're lucky with the rocket ult helping you. Yeah. As a Magneto, stop doing that. This is good. Yes. Don't jump down, please. All right, now we just back up. All right, so this is where we were talking about, if this is where we're talking about cover, right? So the cool thing about high ground is you have cover in two different directions. You can back up. Let me see if I can do it, the camera. Back up, and now all of a sudden they can't see you anymore. Or you can just scoot to the side, right? So we start taking damage. Now we actually don't need to use the bird. All we had to do was scoot to the left. And then we'll have, 15 minutes over. No, that was all skill. 60% of the time it works. Every time. No, stay high ground. So Chaotism actually made a really good point. Bucky is just Hela, but you can be this close. Yeah, I feel like your playstyle, if you want to play Hela, you have to change your positioning in your playstyle. If you want to keep the playstyle, but you want to make it work, play Bucky. Perfect example. Good stuff, Chaotism. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Oh, nope. Yeah. I feel like we use our bird when we don't need to. No, give it to your supports. Your Jeff is at 10%. Give him some healing.
Their team's
It's so weird. I don't think we've ever had this problem in a VOD review of like, you know, a silver gold player who actually knows where the health packs are and is using them too much. We've never had that problem before. Like that's wild to me. So good on you. Yeah, just too close. I've got more damage blocked on Bucky than my tanks before. That's crazy.
I shall claim my victory.
Granted, I was getting hard pocketed. It'd be like that. Yeah. So number one thing, we're just playing too close. We're playing like Bucky. Honestly, I'd give Bucky a shot, but if you don't want to deal with the projectiles and you like Hela as a character, then we really got to change our positioning. We got to back up. We got to use walls. We got to play with our supports so we defend them, things like that. As far as like using her actual kit, I would keep your E for like peeling off divers and people who are attacking the supports that you're playing with. Same thing with the right click, but with the right click you can use it more towards like tanks and people who are being a little too overly aggressive instead of like straight up divers. Bird, we don't want to panic and use. A lot of the uses of bird though that you are using is based purely off of like bad positioning. So if you adjust the positioning, that opens up more options for the bird in a different area. Your ult we talked about a little bit. More so it was a timing problem of like the fight's already over or this is like not a great scenario, but overall not too bad. So anyway, I hope this helps. If you made it this far in the YouTube video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Take care. Happy New Year. God bless. Catch you guys next time. Bye.